Hey, my amazing squaddies. I truly hope you're doing wonderfully well today. Sending you all my love, positivity, and warmest wishes. You mean the world to me. No matter what kind of day you're having, I want you to know you are valued, you are appreciated, and you're exactly where you need to be. Welcome back to Daily Diaries Friday. This community is built on love, support, and positivity, and I'm so grateful that you're a part of it. Let's keep growing together, keep shining, and keep lifting each other up. Remember to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts and insights. Thank you for being the heart of Daily Diaries Friday. Today I have an interesting video, so stay tuned, squaddies, and let's dive in. Tessa Dunlop is a British historian who offers commentary and analysis on the royals and the state of the monarchy from a historical perspective. While I often find myself at odds with some of her commentary, I appreciate that she does not simply regurgitate palace-approved talking points or engage in the sort of fantastical royalist revisionism that often dominates tabloid coverage. Instead, Dunlop is willing to say the quiet part out loud, an increasingly rare quality in royal reporting, where many journalists act as unofficial courtiers rather than objective analysts. Last year, Dunlop wrote a string of brutal pieces dissecting the crumbling image of the House of Windsor, pointing out the glaring weaknesses in the monarchy's most public-facing members. She didn't sugarcoat the fact that Prince William and Kate Middleton are reluctant public servants at best and downright lazy at worst. She acknowledged something that is obvious to any clear-eyed observer. The British public may have spent years demonizing Prince Harry, but deep down, many of them miss him. His charisma, his ability to connect with people, and his more natural ease with the public once made him a beloved figure in the UK. His absence has left a void, one that neither William nor Kate can fill, no matter how many forced smiles and heavily stage-managed appearances they make. Dunlop also called out the undeniable lack of glamour within the royal family, describing King Charles, Queen Camilla, William and Kate as four of the least charismatic individuals imaginable. It's a damning assessment, but an accurate one. The British monarchy once had figures like Princess Diana, whose beauty, warmth and global appeal helped sustain public interest in the institution, even as it faltered behind the scenes. Today, without Harry and Meghan, the royals are struggling to maintain relevance. The glossy veneer has worn off, and all that remains is a family desperately clinging to the illusion of importance. Dunlop has not backed down in 2024. She recently tackled the UK's reaction to Meghan Markle's latest media ventures, particularly her new Netflix series With Love, Meghan, which has defied its critics and achieved undeniable success. The show, despite being savaged by certain commentators, has landed in Netflix's top 10 rankings. Even more significantly, it has been renewed for a second season, a clear sign that it is resonating with audiences, even if some of them are watching purely out of spite. The Duchess of Sussex is also launching a new podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, where she will hold candid conversations with successful women about their business journeys. It's another example of Meghan carving out her own path outside of the royal bubble, proving, yet again, that life after the monarchy not only exists but can be incredibly lucrative and fulfilling. According to Tessa Dunlop, Meghan is against all odds, having the last laugh. The obsession with tearing her down, often over trivial or manufactured grievances, has reached such an absurd level that it no longer resembles fair critique. Instead, it has become an industry in and of itself, a self-sustaining cycle of outrage where Meghan is blamed for everything from Netflix documentaries to the weather. Dunlop continues, "How dare?" She sighs millions of viewers before settling down to another episode of yet more hate-watching. There is something deliciously ironic about the fact that Meghan has devised a creative strategy, including an Instagram account with 2.5 million followers, that weaponizes all those haters and turns their clicks into profits. Well done her. Cue a giant algorithm that has brought the Duchess international success and abundant wealth. Despite, or perhaps because of the dismal reviews and universal loathing with love, Meghan sits proudly in Netflix's global top 10. Not bad for a one-time bit part actress in a B-list series called Suits. Dunlop doesn't pull any punches here, and she makes an excellent point. The very people who claim to despise Meghan are the ones fueling her success. Every click, every outraged comment, every doom-laden tabloid headline about how nobody wants to hear from Meghan anymore, ironically, drives even more people to watch her content. And let's take a moment to address that snide remark about Suits. While Dunlop may be throwing red meat to the haters, the reality is that Suits was far more than just a B-list series. It was a highly successful legal drama that ran for 9 seasons and has recently experienced a major resurgence in popularity on streaming platforms. Meghan wasn't just a bit-part actress. She was a central character on a show that made her financially independent and established her as a recognizable face in the industry. More importantly, Meghan's post-royal career is proof of something the British establishment does not want to acknowledge. She never needed the royal family to begin with. For all the talk about how she married up or social climbed into the Windsors, it's worth noting that she has landed on her feet quite comfortably since leaving. The same cannot necessarily be said for the institution she left behind, which continues to struggle with internal scandals, PR missteps, and declining public trust. Dunlop also addresses the broader implications of Meghan's success, lest the haters are in any doubt as to the company they keep. It was US President Donald Trump who announced he will leave Harry alone during his beleaguered American visa application because he's got enough problems with his wife. She's terrible. This is a telling remark, considering that Trump has been one of the most vocal critics of Meghan and Harry. His words reflect a broader sentiment among certain factions, both in the UK and abroad, who view Meghan as a threat to the traditional structures of power and privilege. But as Dunlop notes, the real discomfort for many in Britain is that Meghan's success forces them to confront an uncomfortable truth. As for viewers back in Britain, Meghan's media triumph will be a bitter pill for some to swallow. Secretly, too many of us wanted Meghan to fail. She stole our prince and dissed our first family and ran away with titles and tittle-tattle to the States, where she has made a go of it. Proof that there really is life after the royal family. This is the crux of the matter. The resentment toward Meghan isn't just about what she has done, it's about what she represents. She walked away from the monarchy, an institution that has long positioned itself as the pinnacle of privilege, and she is thriving. That is a deeply inconvenient reality for those who have spent years insisting that being a royal is the ultimate achievement. Dunlop's words lay bare the deep-seated insecurities at play here. Meghan didn't just steal Harry, he willingly chose a different life with her. She didn't run away with titles, she and Harry were stripped of many of their royal privileges. And despite the relentless smear campaigns, Meghan has proven that she can build something meaningful outside the confines of the royal brand. At the end of the day, this is what truly terrifies the Windsors. Meghan and Harry have shown that there is an alternative path, one where they are not bound by outdated traditions, performative engagements, and rigid hierarchies. And that, more than anything else, is why so many are desperate to see her fail. But as Dunlop points out, Meghan isn't failing, she's winning. And that might just be the biggest scandal of all. And that's a wrap, squaddies. Thanks for watching and being part of this amazing journey. You're the reason this community shines. Keep being the incredible, inspiring souls you are. If you enjoyed today's journey, show some love with a like, comment, and share. Join our family by subscribing, and let's keep growing together. Until next time, dream big, stay strong, and keep shining.